Hey everyone. So I'm coming home today from the grocery store and I thought that it would be a really valuable share what I actually brought home this week because we are preparing to have a baby any day now. So I am really just focusing on getting anything in the house that's going to be easy, full of nutrients, and just easy. That's like the main thing, right? So even if you're not expecting a baby, this is all still going to be really useful information. I've been talking a lot about what I've been cooking to stock in my freezer. That's all really awesome, and I'm going to share a resource around that later. But it's also important to just have some just like grab and go things that are not full of garbage, that you can feel good about having in your fridge, your pantry, your freezer as sort of just grab and go things for when life gets really busy, because it does, right? There are like inevitably nights that you are running later than you anticipated, or something comes up with one of your kids, or your partner is sick, or you're running home late from work, or whatever. There's a million different things that can happen, right? So these are some really great things to have on hand as sort of like pantry, freezer, fridge staples to be able to throw a quick meal together. And again, I'll be sharing some additional resources around recipes after this video. So I'm just gonna share my grocery haul. I'm gonna start with our freezer. These are some of my favorite brown rice tortillas. I do not eat gluten. I know some people do, and some bodies do great with gluten. If you do, go for a whole grain tortilla, totally fine. Sprouted grain, but if you're going gluten-free, these brown rice tortillas from Food for Life are awesome. These are a freezer staple. Another thing, freezer staple, shelled edamame. Always buy soy organic. It's very often soy is genetically modified, so you always want to look for it organic. But this is such an easy 2-second way that's both delicious and nutritious, and a great way to pack in some protein when you are in a pinch. So that's in my freezer. Another recent find, and you have to look for these. Found these at Whole Foods. The brand is Feel Good Foods. These are vegetable pot stickers. I believe they make them in chicken and pork too. We are plant-based, so I stick with the veggie ones, but I love the ingredient profile on these. They're just loaded with veggies. They have a rice flour outside, and it's just really some basic stuff in here. So I'm really loving these. Okay, so look for these in your freezer. Another thing that I find at Whole Foods, again, these are gluten-free, but they're great. They're pizza crusts. And again, I really love the ingredient profile on these. It's really basic. It's not a bunch of garbage. So in this box are 3 pizza crusts, and my family will just eat like a regular freezer pizza, or if we order pizza from somewhere, they'll do that. And then I have these. I like to have these on hand to be able to throw a quick pizza together. So gluten-free You and Me is the brand, which is kind of funny, but these are really great to have on hand. Again, another Whole Foods find. Trader Joe's finds. We all love the freezer section at Trader Joe's, but it's all not, really healthy stuff. People think like, oh, I shopped at Trader Joe's or I shopped at Whole Foods, and so everything I bought was healthy, and that's just like not the case. These couple Trader Joe's finds are for the win. Love the ingredient profiles on them. They taste delicious, and they're super easy to throw together. So these Indian meals from Trader Joe's, these two specifically we love, the palak paneer and the chana masala, are awesome. Again, love the ingredient profile. I'm like reading the ingredient label on these. Super basic shit. Love these. They come in a bunch of different varieties, so if you want to like try some of the pork and the chicken, totally cool. Yes, Callie, like these are the best to have on hand. We just will steam some rice and serve these with rice. Easy, done. Another thing from Trader Joe's that we love to have in the freezer are these cauliflower gnocchi. And if you've never had these, You just need to go for it. Steam them and then sort of pan sear them in a little bit of olive oil, sprinkle them with Parmesan cheese. They're so good. They have 4 and 5 ingredients in them, and they're entirely plant-based. They're gluten-free. They're made of cauliflower, cassava flour, potato starch, a little bit of olive oil, and sea salt. These are awesome to do as a main with lots of veggies, or as a side to like whatever protein that you want to serve with them. So this is another good, quick freezer staple. Another thing that we haven't tried yet, and I'd be interested, you guys let me know. Have you guys tried the mashed cauliflower from Trader Joe's? Anybody? I grabbed these because we have some scallops in the freezer, and I thought maybe they'd be really good with the scallops one day. But again, just like another really easy thing to throw in as a side. So I'll let you know, I'll let you guys know how this is. But again, super simple ingredient profile. There is dairy in this, so if you don't do well with dairy, you're not going to want to go there. But it's just cauliflower, some rice flour, half and half, some butter, salt, pepper, garlic. Easy breezy, right? Okay. Also from Trader Joe's, and now we're moving on to our pantry, is this polenta. And if you don't know what polenta is, it's basically like corn meal that you can make delicious and add tons of veggies to. You can even cook this down with like a little bit of cheese, a little bit of just like Himalayan sea salt, and it's really delicious. This is shelf stable, so this goes right into my pantry. I know it looks kind of gross. It's like one of those like meat in a tube deals, but it's polenta, which is essentially corn, right? So this is going to be a starch, but it's super easy to kind of throw together with any recipe. I actually have a meal plan with an incredible polenta recipe. If you're interested, let me know and I can connect you with that. So that's for the pantry. Another thing for the pantry, sweet potatoes. Throw these in a basket in the pantry, and it's so great to have these on hand to either roast, or I bake them and I smear them with nut butter to have for breakfast, or as a quick easy snack. You can do those at the beginning of the week and they're done. These are so great to have on hand, packed full of nutrients. Another thing that we picked up at Trader Joe's for the pantry is a variety of different beans. And when I'm buying beans, I'm always looking for certified organic, because if you look at the ingredients on a can of beans, a lot of times they have calcium. I can't recall what the exact compound is, but they have an additive that is essentially a firming agent. And I could do some research and figure out what it is, but I'd rather just understand what I'm putting in my body by looking at the ingredient label. So I, as a general rule of thumb, look for organic beans. Trader Joe's sells them for 99 cents a can, which is awesome. So we got garbanzos, we have Great Northerns, we have black beans, we have kidney beans. So I just got a good variety of organic beans. Those are great to have on hand. You can just pop a can open, drain them, rinse them. They're ready to like throw into anything. Another thing that we like to have on hand, and a lot of people don't know this, but we do eat a little bit of fish, is just a couple cans of tuna. And I always make sure whenever I'm purchasing fish, I do my very best to make sure that it's wild caught, even if it's in a can. And this is, so again, just something easy to have on hand to throw together for lunch. Tuna in water, look for wild caught. Another thing that we picked up at Trader Joe's are these coconut chips. And if you're looking for, if you like coconut, I love these big fat ones. They're so good to sprinkle like in your cereal, in your oatmeal, even just to take a pinch and snack on. Coconut is an excellent source of good healthy fats, even carries a little bit of protein, and obviously fiber. So this is great to have on hand when you're buying something like this or any dried fruit. You're just reading the ingredients to make sure that there's no added sugar. This is just coconut, so it's not sweetened. It doesn't have anything else weird in it. This is a great thing to have as a pantry staple. Another thing we picked up at Trader Joe's, is rolled oats. I like to buy them there because they're gluten-free. Gluten-free rolled oats. I mean, again, for me, my body just does better without gluten. If you're not worried about that, then don't stress about it. But these are great rolled oats. The main thing whenever you're purchasing rolled oats is to look for whole grain rolled oats. So when you read the ingredient label, the first word should be whole, which this is. And these are gluten-free. And fun fact, if you're buying whole grain rolled oats, you're gonna get anywhere from like 6 to 8 grams of protein per serving. So for every half cup that you eat, you're getting 6 to 8 grams of plant-based protein. So the more you know. All right, moving on to some Aldi finds. Who shops at Aldi? Anybody? So this brand, Live G Free, is an Aldi brand. I don't love all of the things that they make in this brand because a lot of them are overly processed. But one of the things that I love is this brown rice and quinoa pasta. It's made of 2 ingredients, organic brown rice, organic quinoa, and when it comes to gluten-free pastas, this one kicks ass. It tastes really close to just regular old pasta. So I grabbed a couple of bags of this to have on hand. We always have this stocked in our pantry. This is a great brand to look for. Certified organic, simple ingredients, gluten-free. So look for that at Aldi. Another Aldi find, and if you have kids, you know you have to have a box or 2 of this on hand always, right? We love their organic mac and cheese. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when you're buying something like this, it's not gonna have the most impressive ingredient profile, but we are like humans, right? So I like this because it's organic, it's easy. My kid will eat the shit out of it, right? So this is a good brand. Simply Nature, certified organic from Aldi. Another thing we love from Aldi is their peanut butter. They sell an all-natural organic nut butter. It's certified organic, which you always want to look for when you're buying peanuts specifically because peanuts tend to be heavily sprayed. And I love it because it has 2 ingredients, peanuts and sea salt. No added sugar, no added oils. It's delicious. Okay, do you guys have any other Aldi staples that I need to be looking for? Moving on to our fridge. This is another Aldi find, organic almond milk. And the thing with like any milk substitute is making sure that it's unsweetened. So many of them, if you just like grab one, I've done it before, you just like grab one without really like looking at it, and they have like so much added sugar in them, it's so gross. So this one, you're just looking for the word unsweetened on the front, and if you're unclear, just like take a quick look at the ingredient label and just make sure that there's no added sugar. So we love this one from Aldi. It's unsweetened vanilla. I grabbed a couple half gallons of this to have on hand. We also like to have soy milk on hand. My husband prefers soy milk. I like soy milk in my coffee. Again, you're just looking for unsweetened. Again, when you're buying soy, you're always looking for certified organic. So that way you know that it's not genetically modified. We get this one at Whole Foods. Aldi doesn't have a good one that's unsweetened, but that's a great one. Another thing that we're stocking in our fridge is eggs. We have a dozen coming this week with our winter CSA, but I also grabbed an extra dozen pasture raised eggs. And that just means that when you're looking at for the words pasture raised on dairy or eggs or meat of any kind, that basically just means that they've grazed on pasture. That's what those animals intend. It's like how Mother Nature intended them to be, right? So they eat grass and they eat bugs and they roam freely. So always look for those words pasture raised. I also grabbed a big ass 5-pound bag of carrots. We eat a lot of carrots around here. We cook with a lot of carrots around here. I remember a time when I was like, who on earth, what on earth could somebody do with a 5-pound bag of carrots? These will last forever in our fridge. So we always have a 5-pound bag of carrots. And you'd be surprised what all you use them for. We slice them up, snack on them. Another thing that I love this time of year that Whole Foods offers is these bags of sweet bell peppers, certified organic, for $5. Sweet bell peppers, colored ones, are so expensive usually, especially organic ones. Whole bag for $5. Love these. Ziggy loves to snack on them. We like them raw. We cook with them. Again, they'll last for a long time in the fridge. There's like about 6 in that bag. So that's like less than $1 a pepper. Awesome. Another big ass bag of things that I got is grapefruits. I've been loving citrus. I don't know why. This time of year, I guess, is just like really good for citrus. But again, these will last for a long time in the fridge. And they're delicious this time of year. Another thing that's so good to keep as a staple in your fridge or even to rotate quickly into your freezer is corn tortillas. I shared with you guys earlier the brown rice tortillas, but these corn tortillas are great as a substitute for traditional tortillas or bread. I'm a firm believer that like anything is better when it's made into a taco. So these are where it's at. This particular package came from Trader Joe's. Whole Foods has a great brand. These freeze really well. So like if I'm getting close to like the mold factor, I'll just pop this whole thing in the freezer and you can just grab them right out of there and they'll defrost on the counter in like 10 minutes. Another fridge staple, olives. Where are my olive people? Anybody? These are from the Olive Bar at Whole Foods. When you're shopping for olives, you really want to be looking for cured olives. These are so good. I just buy the mixed pitted and love to have these to cook with, to snack on. They'll last not eternally, but for a really long time in your fridge. So I'll buy one of these, like pints of these, every couple of weeks. Another thing we stocked up on because it was on sale this week is Siggy's yogurt. I don't usually buy the cups of yogurt. I usually will buy a quart, but because I'm like in this phase of the end of my pregnancy and knowing we're gonna have a baby soon, it's so much easier to just grab one of these out of the fridge and not have to worry about putting it in a bowl. What I love about Siggy's is that there is more protein per serving than there are sugars. So even in their sweetened varieties, like this one is blackberry, yes, it has added sugar, but it has 15 grams of protein per serving and only 11 grams of sugar. So when you're looking for yogurt, ideally that's what you're looking for. A variety that has more protein grams over sugar grams, and ideally just simple ingredients, no thickeners, no weird shit. This one, no thickeners, no weird shit. So this is a good brand, right? And last but not least, we picked up a couple of 12 packs of seltzer water. Seltzer water is great to have on hand, just as an alternative to regular water to drink. You can get seltzer in lots of different flavors. LaCroix is a good popular brand. This brand comes from Aldi and is like less than $3 a case. And it's just super simple. There's no additional calories. There's no sodium. It's unsweetened, even in the flavored varieties. This one happens to be plain, but that's a great thing to have on hand when you're just like in the mood for something other than water to drink. And then I also just wanted to share with you guys. So this little hyacinth was at Trader Joe's, and it was like a shotgun decision. I was like, oh, I really want that hyacinth, like after I had already paid. And I'm like super pregnant right now, and people are so much nicer to you. You're super pregnant. And the guy was like, oh, you can just have it. Congratulations on the baby. Thanks. So these are super cute if you're looking for just like something pretty to put in your kitchen or your bedroom. Hyacinths are these beautiful flowers that smells just so aromatic and incredible once they bloom. So I'm really excited about that. I found that at Trader Joe's today. So I hope that that's helpful. For those of you that are interested in the freezer stash, I published an incredible resource around that. And what I'll do is just link below all of the details to get your hands on that. It's 10 recipes. These are things that I spent a little bit of time on the last couple of weeks, cooking, batching, and freezing, so that once the baby's here, we have lots of really good nutrient dense homemade meals to kind of grab and go. Nothing crazy, not super labor intensive, and really, really delicious. So I'll link the details for that below if you're interested. If you're interested in a free meal plan download, I'll be sure to link the details for that below as well. And that's it. If you have anything that's like a really good staple that I didn't pick up today that I need to know about, please share it with me. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a great weekend.